Hey, isn't money a wonderful thing? It's shiny, it has some nice drawings on it, and it can be exchanged for things like Maltesers, socks, and elections. It's also a very handy way of driving an arbitrary wedge between huge classes of people who were allegedly born equally. Not to mention the incredible job it's done creating a world in which selfishness and greed is more rewarding than benevolence and altruism. But look how shiny, and Maltesers. For some reason, people have a negative opinion on money. I'm not sure why. I mean, feel the weight of that new pound coin. That'll leave a lasting mark when you throw it spitefully at a tramp for having the audacity of being born poor. And if you're still not convinced about how great money is, look at the new Taken TV series. I mean, that wouldn't even exist if there was no such thing as money. What, do you think it was made for artistic reasons, or someone had a genuine story they wanted to tell? I bet you're wishing you hadn't said all those hurtful things about money now, aren't you? That's right, Taken. Taken, Grandad. You remember Taken, that film where a man does a small bit of genocide to save his daughter from some weird version of The Voice. You know, they also made a sequel with more genocide so he could save his wife from relatives who seemed somewhat angry at the genocide for some weird reason. And also another one where I guess he kills the last 3 people on the planet. Well, now they've made a prequel that's a TV show that's set, I don't know, at least 20 years before the first one. But he has a newer iPhone, so I guess the first one was set in like 2035? What's happening? I know that's a petty thing to bring up, and I can already hear the suit-wearing executive telling me to lighten up. Why am I being so picky? To which I would ask, why is this a Taken prequel? I mean, obviously I know why. The film's made about a fuck-jillion dollars. I'm sure the studios wanted to make a 4th one, but realistically, he's already murdered everyone on the planet and had everything taken from him. So of course it was going to be a prequel, unless they wanted to show Liam Neeson chasing a duck who pinched his car keys. Besides tricking people using the same name, why was this even called Taken? It may as well be called Shooty Bang McTavish. It has as much to do with Taken as common sense has to do with Scientology. I mean, Barry Thribbles or whatever isn't a memorable character. He's a tumble dryer full of gravel with a pretty severe murder addiction. So let's pretend for a bit that this wasn't made to suck off the last drops of milk from a dying cash cow, and judge it completely on its own merits. So Face Punch Shoot Bang is an action TV show about Bryan Adams killing people to avenge his sister's murder, using skills I guess he has, that you think a prequel would explain in greater detail. Wait, no, shush, own merits. Along the way, he meets people, all of whom have a terminal case of no personality syndrome. Over time, his relationships with them develop, I guess, for some reason. It turns out the fastest way of making friends is to fail to follow a mission properly and punching one of them nearly to death. Thanks, Taken, Grizzly Gruff Massacre. If I could sum up this show in one word, it would be generic. Bosch was very similar, but had one key difference. Believable characters. You remember those, the things your writers probably suggested while you were shaking from your morning coke. Each show is basically made up of shooty set pieces strung together with a story about characters. Bosch was fairly grounded and believable. He never did anything baffling like show a woman the Twitch stream of the bloke who murdered her best friend. Interesting move. I mean, I'd have gone for a compliment, but then again, I'm a real person that exists. For another nail in the believability coffin, she then sticks around to help him. Oh good, what the fuck is happening? This all has the negative effect of ruining the set pieces because you just stop caring. Yeah, some of the stunts are cool, but since I have no interest in the people, it's like watching a tennis match and trying to empathise with the ball. I don't know why this show exists. Best guess, someone wrote a generic action script and the network thought it could trick people by calling it Taken. If you want to watch a good cop drama, watch Bosch, or Be a Minority in America. That's for maximum believability. It's tense, scary, unpredictable, and surprisingly short.